It's hater season, baby. That's right. The Atlanta Falcons defeat Super Bowl contenders of the Los Angeles Rams on Monday Night Primetime Football, where Kirk Cousins elevates his Monday night record from 3-10 to 4-10. That's Kirko Chains, baby. Lock it up. Today, we're going to recap that game and talk a little bit about more other sports that are going on, a little bit of update with Braves, Hawks, and the Atlanta United as updates come in on a weekly basis. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you had a great holiday and have an even better new year. Let's get it.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Beach tree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hawks soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.
What is going on, Atlanta Sports Special, faithful listeners? Kramer, excited to be here after another Falcons dub with you. Feels good.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to be a little pessimistic here. It's just, we go out and win a game like this against a Super Bowl contending team, one of the best teams, one of the top 4, top 5, whatever you want to say, teams in the entire NFL. And we go out there and first half absolutely dominate them. I mean, it was a shock. I mean, I was pacing the room at my buddy's place just thinking, where's this been all season? I was furious, actually. I was actually mad that we were winning by so much in the first half because I was just thinking to myself, what could have been? And, like, it's the what if aspect of everything. Like, where has this been? What are we doing? I don't understand. And then the Falcons came out in the second half. Then I was like, oh,
that's our team, baby. There they are.
And I remembered who we were. And then it was like, oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we're going to try to blow this for everybody.
Yeah.
And they sure almost did. I mean,
But they didn't.
It was 21-0 at one point, and
Young Wei Koo would have blown that game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, let me tell you what, it really hurts hearing the announcer go, you know, the Falcons haven't blown this big of a lead since that Super Bowl in 2017. I know if you're a Falcons fan listening, that's pretty sad to hear. And
what's up with that, dude? Like, we're over that. That was what feels closer. Yeah, it's almost 10 years, 8 years ago.
Quit rage baiting, bro.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Like, for clicks and likes, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely not.
Also, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. But hey, man. We got the dub. You're right. You know, and that is something to be happy for. We're playing hater ball. It's against the team that has our first round pick too. So
no, it was so important, man. They were like, this game was such a nonsense game with such great implications for both teams. So, like, if the Rams had won this game, they're in a position to win their division. And if the Falcons lose, we bolster the pick that we're already, kind of soggy sad boys about because we gave it up. Now, I think as the season's gone on, we're all like pretty happy with what we did to get James Pierce. Like, he's a stud. He's definitely worth the move.
Yep.
It sucks because we have so many positions to fill that it feels empty, but it's not. Like, it's a great piece. But this one, I need it, dude. And I need to beat the Saints. And I need to make this pick as average a pick as normal that we have for the past 8 years so that I feel vindicated in being like, okay, we gave the first round pick and we didn't have a top 10 pick to give up for the first time in a long time. And we did that. I mean, we're one step closer. We're not losing to the Saints, dude. I won't let it happen. I'll go to the stadium and I don't know, I'll streak or something nasty if I have to.
I mean, that's another thing I was, I sounded like an old man yelling at clouds on Monday, just rambling to myself. I'm like, of course, the Saints beat the 2 division leaders of the Panthers and the Bucks, but somehow the Falcons will sweep the Saints, and then it doesn't matter because we're not an implication for playoffs. And then I sounded like a crackhead. I was just like, none of this makes sense. This is the most NFC South thing ever. It's the most Falcons thing ever. It's so ridiculous that we're in this position in the first place. I mean, we couldn't play ball like that against the Dolphins or the Jets. I mean, we would be right there in it and getting and marking ourselves in a playoff spot,
Oh,
which
make no mistake. We beat either the Panthers one time or the Jets, and the Falcons are going to the playoffs because I think we're going to beat the Saints. Dangerous, crazy words.
it's again, it's the this whole season to me, the theme of this season is what if.
Yeah.
And the first what if I would like to say is Michael Penix getting injured. That happens. If that happened week 2,
Yeah.
do you think we'd be in a better spot right now with Kirk Cousins under helm because of the way he's been playing now?
I saw a post this morning that was actually pretty interesting to see, which is if you stack up the last 9 starts of Kirk and Michael Penix next to each other, they're almost exactly the same. The only difference is I think Penix averages more yards per game throwing. The what ifs, I think we should actually talk about this after we kind of recap the game and stuff, because there's it's New Year's Eve. It's a time for resolutions, and maybe we can make some Falcons resolutions here together. But the biggest what if you mentioned is one to talk about it, and it's also now a situation of what do we do next year, because we see Kirko playing just good ball. He's not playing awesome ball, but we talked at the beginning of the season. Our quarterback just needs to be average to go to the playoffs. Kirk is exceptionally good at being average.
Yep.
So a lot to get into. And let's just hop right into it. I got it this day in the A. It's about the Hawks, and it's really just about how sick Dominique Wilkins was. He averaged multiple. It's about New Year's. Anytime Dominique Wilkins played on New Year's Eve, almost every time between the 80s and 90s, he scored 30-plus points.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Big New Year's guy, taking a little extra something to go out and party with the boys, probably just a little extra turbo juice in the locker room. Good for him. All right, let's go back to the Falcons. Let's talk about this game, kind of full detail here. Like we talked about, the first half. Kramer, I know you were mad about it because it's frustrating. I was sitting in bed. I blew out my back Christmas morning putting my kids' Christmas stuff together. I'm laying in bed with my legs propped up. My wife's got headphones that are noise canceling. I'm watching a show because I told her we'd be watching Survivor, and we weren't. We put on the Falcons game as soon as we got up there. And I'm not kidding you. I was like about to throw my back out again cheering. I was that excited about this team that, like, I don't know, kind of expected this all season. So to see it happening is still good. Like, it still tells a good story for the future. But it all happened in the first half. I mean, it really did. Offensively, and there's a guy we always talk about, dude, who is just an absolute stud on the defensive end. And even though his name's not going to be the one mentioned after this game because of the awesome interceptions by Xavier Watts and the touchdown by Jesse Bates, which those guys finally have got it clicking over the past 7 games.
Right.
Divine Diablo is still our tackle leader for the game.
He is the unspoken hero of the defense, and it's without a doubt. You can't, I mean, when it comes to the run defense, when it comes to, the tight ends up the middle, and he is just there. He's there, and he is scary. When he hits somebody, there is a force to be reckoned with. But again, that is somebody that will never have his name on the banner. You won't see him in the highlight or anything unless he gets a pick or a forced fumble. But he makes those small, important micro plays that build momentum for those bigger plays or an important stop.
So let's talk about that specifically, because you mentioned 2 things that are exactly right with Divine Diablo, which is he's a stud tackler and run hole stuffer. So currently, Divine Diablo ranks 6th amongst linebackers in the league. So he's a top 10 linebacker so sneakily, just by performance rankings. And what you mentioned, this is the thing that's so special about him, even with a club arm, right? And don't get me wrong, he missed 5 games. We lost every one of the 5 games he was out, by the way. He is also 2nd ranked for coverage amongst all active linebackers.
That's him.
Dude, that's
He's
so
him.
studly. And I'm like, nobody talks about him. All the love goes to the big name guys who've been doing this. Like, if he was on any other team, he'd be a Pro Bowler.
Well, yeah, you know what? And like again, I mean, I love this defense. I love what it's becoming. It's a young defense as of right now.
Yep.
We have some veterans or whatnot. But the name you're only ever going to hear from that linebacker core is always going to be Caden Ellis, which is I get it. He's good, but you know why
Yeah.
I think they emphasize him so much? It's because we signed him over Nate Landman, and Nate Landman is doing phenomenal things for the Rams right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he was picking us apart because he knows our team. He literally was on our team last year, and he was so good and electric. And we went with Caden Ellis, which I'm not saying, you know, obviously at the end of both of their careers, we'd have to compare the two, but
Yeah.
you can't compare them right now. However, Nate Landman is definitely looking like the better sign right now. But again,
I think, yeah.
it's just you're always gonna hear Caden Ellis. He's a captain. He is the guy. He's our middle linebacker. We got him. And that's fine, and everything like that. But it's just give flowers where they're due, and
Dude,
talk
100%.
more about those guys that are on the defense that are really making those plays that matter in the long run.
And I think is exactly right. It's like those two together too, though, have been the only run-stopping defense that we had, and like that's really sad. I mean, imagine the work that we could be doing in a box if we had a stud defensive tackle signed to this group, man. It's pretty crazy to think what one position fill in the offseason can do to a defense that's already pretty dang good. Obviously some coverage issues. AJ Terrell played a great game. I think on his
held Puka Nacua, who is a top 3 wide receiver in the league, to under 50 yards.
Yep, and he had, I think, 8 targets. I could be one off. It could be 7 or 8 targets where AJ
10.
Terrell was lined up. Was it 10?
Yep.
For what, 2 receptions?
I believe 5 receptions for 47 yards.
Take that all day. I'll take that
all
day against Puka Nacua, man. That's crazy.
Without a doubt. I mean, that is insane. Also, I didn't realize how massive that guy was. I didn't realize how
Puka.
big. They showed him next,
dude. He's thick, dude.
They showed him next to Devontae Adams, and I was like, wait, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah,
I was like,
who's this guy?
I was like, this guy. Okay, I understand why this guy is like being dominant. This guy's massive.
He's like the Islander version of Calvin Johnson. Just like his build is nuts.
For real though.
Yeah.
Also, just if we're gonna address one thing here, the internet needs a lesson in ball. Everybody blew up, or a lot of people were blowing up about that final catch that Puka Nacua almost had.
Oh, you mean the drop?
Almost. He dropped the ball. Get over it.
Did not have possession. So.
I don't know if I doubt a Rams fan would ever listen to this podcast, but if they were to ever hear, hey, go learn ball, read the rule book.
Yeah.
Bobbled it, didn't have possession. Also, it's like,
you have to maintain possession through the ground, even if you got 2 feet in. So that's great. I'm glad he toe tapped, but he didn't get it.
No, oh my gosh. A great woulda, coulda, shoulda been catch. Amazing.
Awesome.
Wasn't a catch.
Yeah.
Learn ball. People were actually like, if this isn't a catch, the NFL is rigged. Bro, what?
Yeah, come on. That's crazy. That's not the one to die on the hill of. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the T.O. touchdown catch?
Yeah.
The one that started all the drama back in the day? I get it. But it also kind of the only difference is he caught it, it bobbled, and he was still in bounds, and he like regained possession. They called it because it like still kind of touched around. There's nothing about Puka. When that ball moved against his chest with his hand on it and it was not caught, he was 2 feet out of bounds. I mean, like it's not even close. People will fight over everything though to try to make up for it.
No, it's entitled Rams fans that are like, our team is better than this. We're losing to the 5-9 Falcons. Like
6-9 Falcons now.
It's called a reality check.
Yes. Yeah. Freaking go. You got to get right, dude. Don't come against us acting crazy like that too. 7-9 Falcons now. Sorry. 6-9 then. 7-9 now.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, dude, and I think we could call it the obvious, which is this game, or one of the reasons we were a lot more effective, is Falcons had under 50 yards of penalties.
Yeah. Hey, that is one thing I was saying while watching the game is just they were letting the boys play. There was for sure some calls. I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh, if we were playing Tampa Bay, they would have called that.
Oh yeah.
However,
The Tampa Bay love still is crazy, but
however, we got the dub. Yeah, the penalties was huge. I mean, I believe that was I'd have to double check, but I believe that's the best we've done on penalties almost all season.
let's go find out because it's got to be close.
Yeah.
I mean, coming off of games where we've had over 100. Also, I looked it up. This is crazy. I looked it up. When the Falcons had 19 penalties and still win the game, that was not the most penalties in a game that have been won. There were 24 by one team.
And they won the game.
They won the game. That's nuts. I'm sure there's been 30 plus for teams that have lost, but
I mean, it is in the Atlanta Falcons wheelhouse. I believe that they are just destined to break every terrible bad record in the NFL. Like things that don't make sense or like, you think we can't get 25 penalties and win a game? It's like, hey man, why don't you just win the game? We don't need all that.
What if, hear me out about this. What if we've had a big curse over us? It got brought up by the announcers. Everybody won't shut the hell up about it. What if this game broke the curse?
Dude, come on.
What if it did?
No. What if the Bills game broke the curse? What if wasn't the Eagles game last year supposed to break the curse?
We still I'm just going to go ahead and call it right now, Broken. You can hold me to that. No, I'm not going to go in and say 13 wins, but
I would love nothing more than this team to, for once, just once in my life, the older I get, the more stressed I get about real things in life. And if I could just watch one game, 1 week, where I could be like, confidently, I can turn off. It'd be like, oh, I don't really got to tune in anymore. We're up by so much in the third quarter. They don't close out games. We've never been able to close out games since I've been alive. We have never just been able to completely shut somebody out except for the NFC South Championship or the NFC Championship against the Green Bay Packers in 2016.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was a lot of fun to watch or I guess it was technically 2017. Whatever. It's 16-17 season. It's just so frustrating where it's like, oh my gosh, we're up by 21. I shouldn't have to, as a fan, sit there at halftime going, dang, up 21-3.
How are we going to do this?
I'm
how are we going to blow this one?
Yeah. I'm like shaking. I'm like, well, okay, let me go ahead and live bet the Rams real quick because that's a sure win.
You know, dude, you're exactly right. And it goes even further back than that, right? I mean, like
I'm sick of being stressed.
Yeah. No one's more stressed than Atlanta sports fans, and rightfully so. I mean, you look back to even 2013, 2014, when we lost to the 49ers. We're up 2 scores at halftime, almost 3 scores, and then lose that game. When we played Green Bay before that, same situation. We were up 3 scores. They almost came back and won. It's like, man, Atlanta does feel like the team that can just blow a lead, like really well.
I'll have to look this up, but I honestly 99% sure that we have the most blown leads going into the fourth quarter, like for losses, like up by maybe double digits. If we're up by double digits in the fourth quarter, we might have the most losses.
Dude, the Cowboys have got to be close to that.
Hey, they've been around a lot longer than we are, I'm pretty sure too. So that's fair.
Also, don't forget they had Tony Romo as a quarterback for a long time too.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so these teams this is since 2000 blown fourth quarter leads. Luckily, and this is mind blowing, Falcons aren't even in the top 5. And when I tell you, try to guess them for sure. Think long term since 2000. There's some teams that have been
Detroit
bad.
Lions is on there.
They're number 2.
Yeah,
45.
Raiders.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Clutch in the fourth.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
They haven't had many leads going in the fourth.
I'd have to assume the Browns are
Browns are
somewhere
number
on there.
3, 43.
43. So I have 1, 4, and 5 still. Denver Broncos.
Nope.
Okay. Carolina Panthers.
Nope.
Really?
Get
Wow.
this, dude. The Commanders and the Bears are tied for 4th and 5th with 40.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Doesn't that add up when you really think
that makes
about it?
sense. Yeah,
This one
yeah,
actually
yeah.
adds up if you think about the quarterbacks who've been playing now as well as for the past 20 years. I'll give you one hint. He came out of retirement and is playing right now. What team did he play for before?
Chargers. Yeah.
Chargers. 47 blown leads. That the Chargers, by the way, they could be studied for the defenses they had with the offenses they had, dude. When they had Antonio Gates and LT and all these studs over there with Phillip Rivers, and they just couldn't stop anybody.
They had LT and Michael Turner as their backup at one
That's
point.
excruciating. They had Drew Brees as their backup for like half a year, I'm pretty sure. For a whole year, whole season.
Yeah, he was there. They traded him. Yep.
Yeah.
I was about to say they originally drafted Eli Manning, but then
but his family said, "I don't want to be here."
like, we're not playing for the Chargers, bro.
How
I'm like,
nuts is that,
okay.
dude? That's pretty cloudy.
Nepotism in the NFL is ridiculous. But anyway,
pretty wild. Let's get back to the game. I want
wanna
to talk
hear-
about.
want to hear a fun stat?
Yeah, let's hear a fun stat. I love a fun stat.
Historically, with the Atlanta Falcons, after they have been officially eliminated from playoff contention, their win rate goes up by 30%.
Yeah, I actually saw this recently too, where it was like
30%.
the Falcons' record when they're completely eliminated is like a 75% win percentage versus their like 40% win percentage when they're not.
That like
Why can't we just play loose like that when we start the season, dude? Like
that stat makes me want to start smoking cigarettes.
yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. You could use a squam
That
after,
is
after
like the
reading
Ben
that.
Affleck. It's the Ben Affleck meme of like after every Falcons game, I'm just outside. I need a cigarette. Just like
It would be nice to know like what it was like to be a Chiefs fan over the past 6 seasons. Whereas like I don't even really need to watch the regular season. I'll just tune in when we get to the playoffs, and even then probably just like the AFC Championship game.
yeah, but you know what that makes? Casual fans.
Oh,
And we're not about that.
there
not
is
about
no
that.
such thing as a Chiefs fan nowadays that isn't a casual.
Oh my God, I love Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Shut up.
They had to make
Shut up.
They had to make non-unisex female jerseys specifically for Kansas City, dude, because of the fan base and all the Swifties. It went from being like there's just one size fits all, and I had to go up a size, and now they're split male female, and it's okay. We like growing the game.
Yeah.
We need Atlanta to really get it together, grow this. So we talked a few weeks back about boycotting this team. Till Raheem's fired. Let's get into some nastiness about like where I'm at and some hot takes I have for next season.
Go ahead. Wait. The first thing I want to talk about first, or just like the last thing on this game.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up. Zane Gonzalez is the man, by the way.
Yeah. Averaging from like 50 plus yards that on the game, which is huge, massive. That's
Something we're not used to.
it's just, again, that's another what if. What if right there is, hey, what if we had a kicker?
Yeah.
What if we figured out our kicking situation more like before halfway through the season? That would have been nice. We could have probably won a lot more games. I mean, he's been the most.
No, we
had in a while.
absolutely would have won more games. Like that's a fact. We would have won at least 2 more games had we had a kicker.
Probably beat the Patriots. Would have beat maybe Tampa Bay in overtime in week 1.
Would have.
Just again, ridiculous things. However, I've been standing on business with this all season, and I mean, this game just solidified it. Bijan Robinson, number 1 running back in the league. There's no doubts about it. Argue with your mom. You are an idiot, and you do not know ball if you think Bijan Robinson is anything less than the 1-2 in the entire league. This man has outpaced 2 running backs before the age of 24. And sorry, let me specify on the stat. I'm not a big stat head because it's ridiculous. And this is a ridiculous stat, but before the age of 24, Bijan's 23, So under the age of 24, he now holds the record for the most scrimmage yards in a single season. Do you know who the other two people are that he passed?
I think I do. I think I do. Can I say them?
Go for it.
So one of them's still active. Is that correct?
Correct.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
And the other one retired early. It's Barry Sanders.
Yes, sir.
Dude, absolute studs.
Some great names to hang your banner next to.
There's no one you
absolutely.
want your name recognized next to in the NFL for the type of running back that he is, other than Barry Sanders and Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that's a Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer.
And that's just like, if I'm fully convinced that in any season going forward, if we don't figure some more things out, that if Bijan goes down, we chalk the season up, we lost. Like, without him, this guy is about to get the contract of the century from the Falcons. And if he doesn't, oh boy, that's going to be a dark day. That's going to be a real dark day.
So I was listening to the Fan, and they were kind of talking about the contract situation as it comes to paying Drake London and Bijan. And basically it's going to come down to like Drake's going to get $35 million a year. Currently the highest paid running back in the league, I believe, is Christian McCaffrey. I could probably get fact checked on that.
I believe it's Saquon.
No, it's
Barkley.
Saquon. That's exactly right. I think it's like 26.5 a year.
Yep.
Give that. So he still has 2 more years in this rookie contract, plus a franchise tag him.
Right.
We're gonna pay you what we pay you. But with that being said, he's gonna get probably $30 million a year, and the Falcons are gonna pay him his money. Like that, he's a guy that, even though running backs are volatile, there's a lot of injuries. He's so young and effective. Like, you keep him in his prime, and it stinks that running backs do get treated the way they do with money in the NFL because they're so injury prone, because they're workhorses. Like, for the majority of teams, they're getting hit 20 plus times a game, very hard, and then blocking 20 other snaps. Right.
I mean, he's been our number one receiver this year. So he should get paid for both.
His longevity this year is the most shocking thing ever, because in games where Drake London was hurt, where Kyle Pitts was, staring off into the sunset, not paying attention in the first half of the season, Bijan has done everything. And for him to still be healthy and breaking off 93-yard, franchise record-breaking 93-yard touchdown runs at the end of the season for a team that hasn't even blocked for him, I'm blown away, dude. I really am. And you're exactly right. And I'm going to go a step further than what you said, Kramer. I'm going to take it up a notch.
Okay.
Bijan Robinson is the best football player in the NFL right now. And there's some arguments to be made, but he just went head-to-head against the guy who was supposed to win the MVP. And I'm pretty sure he had more yards from scrimmage than he did. He's a quarterback.
What is also mind-blowing to me is, first of all, Kenny, I 100% agree. Like, I believe there is the argument to be made that he is the best NFL player right now, just based on athleticism alone. There were some cuts and some moves that he was making on Monday night where I would like to see anybody try to argue about him being the best running back, let alone the best player, because some of the cuts, that 93-yard run should have been a loss of 2. And
if Tyler Algier is in the game, which this is not a knock on Tyler Algier, by the way, because he's great, different style runner,
right?
But he's tackled for a 2-yard gain. Like, I think he breaks the first tackle and then he gets swallowed in the middle.
100%.
But instead, we had Bob Ross, the artist that is Bijan Robinson, painting up something beautiful and skirting out to the corner and then just burning everybody, being faster.
I hope those guys have ankles insurance, because they are broken. They are broken.
He does it every run. And that's like the thing that, like, if you're watching this guy, he makes a move. I really do worry about his knees, because I'm like, look at the way he's contorting his body, and he's so low to the ground, dude.
So
I don't know how a guy who's 245 pounds at linebacker is supposed to ever effectively tackle that guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's great to watch. And I do think that, like, pound for pound, he's the best football player in the NFL right now. It's a damn shame he's on our team.
Yep.
It's a damn shame.
Second, I got 2 more notes here, and I think Kirk Cousins hates Drake London.
Yeah.
That might be
beef in the locker room.
I think there's something weird. I mean, maybe Drake London was being guarded that well, but I feel like I saw a couple plays where he was pretty open and Kirk Cousins just threw that to the ground, or he was like, whatever, I'll dump off to Bijan. I get it, Kirk Cousins. You're an old man. You tore your Achilles not too long ago. Like, you're dealing with your own stuff. You're like, basically 1 foot in the grave of retirement. Like, that's fine. But again, Drake London's a top 5 wide receiver in the league, and that's not even a question. Trust him more. Like, it's a little ridiculous,
Yeah. I mean, to have 2 targets
mm-hmm.
for 1 completion in the game is like.
I understand the Rams have like a pretty solid defense. I understand that, but he also cooks people. We've seen it,
but when you're in
time and time again,
when you're in man-to-man coverage on 3rd down, and it's Drake one-on-one with a DB, that's a 60-40 throw to him, even if they're on him. If you get that ball high, I
Drake London is 6'3", 6'4", like
he's meaty too. He's meaty too. Dude. He's a big
guy.
Big guy.
And then last thing, just going to end on a positive note. Shout out our defense. If our defense if our defense played like that all season long, and it seems like they finally really got like something clicking together. 3 interceptions, 3 sacks. I mean, it's where's that been? It's just crazy. Hello, Jesse Bates. Welcome back. It's like you kind of forget about him.
Up, dude. Yeah.
It's like you kind of forget. You're like, oh my gosh, didn't we sign like that superstar, like supposed to be like generational talent? And then you're like, whatever happened to him? And then you go, oh, he got an interception after like a couple games. I don't know.
But, it was easy. I actually like it when I can forget about Jesse Bates, because for the first half of the season, I was thinking about him a lot because he was blowing coverages left and right. It was like, I kind of liked that he went into a lull and then flashed a pick 6 against the MVP of the league.
Yeah, MVP of the league. You got picked off twice by a rookie. Xavier Watts made one of the craziest catches. I'm glad. I mean, everyone was, Rams fans calling for a flag and stuff. Look at that, clean as day. AJ Terrell had that man, was guarding him. Xavier Watts swooped in, said, "Weight room, grab that ball, mine." And I mean, it was electric to see. I mean, shout out the rookie, dude. I'm so excited. Back on that Bijan contract thing, we have him another 2 years, right? And then the ability to franchise tag him. Luckily, when that time comes, Kirk Cousins will be off our roster and not on our payroll anymore. So that will actually clear up so much room for us. The big issue now is if we're going to franchise tag Kyle Pitts, because which we probably should
probably will, because we don't have to do that with
but we'll do an I think our episode, or our season recap episode, we should do a what if. Like, we should do all these what ifs. It's like, okay, what if we drop Kirk Cousins, and talk about that, like what this looks like, what anything looks like next year, right?
Yeah,
because this
there's a lot of
this team is so bloody confusing, dude.
I know.
This team is so bloody confusing.
I know. And the what ifs and the what we need to do are so, to someone who watches these games as a fan perspective, it seems really straightforward with like the areas we think we need improvement. It's definitely deeper than that, I'm sure. But it's frustrating. I do want to say one more thing, because you brought it up with Xavier Watts. He now holds the rookie interception record for the franchise and just surpassed Deion
Sanders. Nice. That's
again.
I mean,
you want to talk about guys you want to be compared to? Compare yourself to Deion Sanders and what you do as a young age, man. I think sky's the limit for the guys we've talked about here, and the guys we continue to talk about. And it's also like every single guy we're talking about feels like they're under 26.
Yeah, they are. That's the craziest thing. They're all under I think Kyle Pitts or Drake London's the oldest at 25.
Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. The oldest player that we have mentioned today is 27. Who is it? Can you know who it is?
Is it AJ Terrell?
No, it's Divine Diablo.
Got a lot left in the
tank.
Also,
are we going to be able to get AJ Terrell's brother? Because that dude's a freaking dog, too.
Where's he?
You seen him? He's in college.
Well, yeah, but like where?
I think he's at Clemson too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's go check it out here real quick. Maybe he's in high school actually. No, he's not. He's Avion Terrell.
Yeah,
He,
that's a sick name.
Avion, pretty sick. Could be mispronouncing.
Um,
I don't think I am.
all right, enough with that game. We got the Saints coming up. Whatever. We should win that game. I feel like there's no coverage to really even say on that. If we lose that game, I mean, you'll hear a mouthful. So I can't wait.
The difference between what my mental state looks like at 8 wins versus 7 going into next season is big. Like, it's big for me.
But if we were Mike Tomlin, we'd somehow get a playoff spot being 8-7. It's whatever, dude. It's
Mike Tomlin. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to mention too about all those numbers we talked about. People always talk about how like people are breaking records because there's an extra week in the league. This was done in the 16 games. Everything we're talking about. Bijan breaking those records, Xavier Watts breaking those records. We're done in the same amount of games the guys we've always talked about have played. So you can't throw in the like they get an extra week. They did it before then. Okay.
Yep.
So dogs. All right, yeah, let's I mean, is there anything really to talk about with the Saints? Like, don't lose.
just don't lose. Yeah, it's like don't lose,
Please.
please.
The
But it's
Saints,
like,
the Saints have their first round pick, so like they should be benching everybody.
yeah, I guess that quarterback is just trying to prove that he is the definite starter and that they don't need to use that first round pick for another quarterback. But other than that, I mean, I guess you got something to prove. But you know, we do too, and we also want the Rams to have a late round pick. So
Let me ask you this because this is I have a serious question here.
okay,
Who do you want to win between the Panthers and the Bucks? Because I'll tell you my answer, and maybe it's a
I don't
hot
care.
take, but
I don't care.
I do care. I do care.
I hate them both. What's the point?
Exactly. Yeah, but there's a devil that we know and a devil that
I'd
we
rather
don't. So
like
I'd rather
I
the
don't know.
Bucks win. I'd much rather continue hating the same people that make the playoffs than have to deal with Panthers fans also making it and then rubbing it in our face.
Ooh, that might have just convinced me.
Yeah.
I was about to say I'm sick and tired of seeing the Bucks because I have a lot of buddies that move. Oh, I got so many friends that moved to Tampa Bay, and they're like, "Oh, dude, the Bucks are so good this season." Where's your loyalty, man?
Dude, those type of people
Just because you moved there,
disgust me.
I hate more than anything people that like graduate college and they're like, "Oh, I'm actually going to move to this city," and then they're the biggest fan of Houston, of New York, or whatever. I'm like,
Chicago.
dude, shut the hell up. Dude, no way.
Yeah.
Are you serious? That's the same reason we got people in the in the Mercedes-Benz showing up in all the different fans' jerseys because they bring loyalty. They come to Atlanta and we can't do the same thing anywhere else. It's actually so crazy. I'm gonna get angry talking about it. It's so,
yeah.
it's so
Notice none of your friends who moved to New York, they don't ever switch up because they got nothing to cheer for up there either. It's the moment they'll probably turn to Yankees fans. That's about it. But other than that, dude, it's exactly right. It's also really frustrating because Atlanta is a transplant city nowadays. It feels like everybody's moving from somewhere to Atlanta,
yeah.
which is like gross. We're full. Get out. And then two, it's also really frustrating because they don't assimilate into being Falcons fans. Everybody comes down here, they're wearing freaking Philadelphia Eagles jerseys. It's like we don't want you here. Like
The only people that move here and become Falcons fans are foreigners, and I love that. That's sick.
Yeah,
they're like,
dude. I mean, our German and Russian fan base, crazy.
Crazy. Shout out our one listener in Moscow.
Yeah, yeah, and our one listener in Italy, pretty sick.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Bonjour.
This is, and I do want to, I do a bunch. I do want to state right now, this is an international podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta Sports Special is an international podcast.
We're taking flight, baby.
Yeah. We're really taking flight. All right, we're going to beat the Saints. Let's do a little
wait.
Go ahead.
One last thing about the Falcons before we talk about the other teams.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this. We have put in a formal request to the NFL as a franchise for new jerseys.
Unis, baby. Yeah.
This is huge.
This is monster.
I personally don't have an issue with the jerseys we have now. I think our white ones are pretty clean. I think our
Those are
black
fine.
ones are pretty clean.
It's the
A
black and red mesh one that we wear once a year that's so ugly that just doesn't
We
even
didn't
need
wear.
rotation.
I think they've cut that out because I think they got
It's
such
still in
bad
our
backlash.
it's still in our active
It's still
uniforms.
technically, but dude, we haven't worn them in 2 years.
Dude, they're disgusting. They're
They're
the
technically
ugliest
still in
things
our
ever.
rotation, but we just have never brought them back out because whoever designed that, you thought you were cooking. You brought that out, and we got clowned by not just your own fan base, but the entire country. They were like, "Ew, what? What are my eyes looking at right now?"
It looks like someone got chainsaw massacred across the hips and like blood splattered all over a black pant. It was disgusting. It was the grossest thing I've ever seen.
So that is, I think, I'm a superstitious guy. I think whatever those jerseys look like is going to make or break our team next year as well.
Well, here's what I think.
Mhm.
I think that this is, again, a cleansing that the city needs. I think these uniforms have only been associated with losing football. And it's time. We're going to start at the very basics, which is what we wear onto the field. We're going to cleanse this organization. Throw some holy water on that stuff while you're at it. And then we're going to cleanse our coaching staff by getting rid of Raheem Morris, which we'll talk about that after a little bit. Don't think it's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. And then we're going to cleanse the front office by getting rid of Terry Fontenot and bringing in Matt Ryan.
Not in such detail and not in so many words, but I actually tweeted this in March or February this year. I said, we need new jerseys. We need a cleanse. We need something that's going to look cool. We need something that's going to be better. The old jerseys we had, for verbatim, I said, is only associated with bad luck and losing. We can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. However, not only did we put a request for a jersey change, we put in a request to change the logo.
I don't love that.
I
don't love that one bit.
Because it's scary. It's the unknown possibility. The rumors I've heard. First of all, I have no issue with the logo we have now. I think the logo we have now is pretty clean. I think it's one of the better logos in the NFL. Just, a very sharp, clean bird.
If we go to the throwback bird, I'm cool.
That's the rumor. And that's
cool.
It said we're putting a request to make our old logo right here the back to our official logo, which sick. I would love nothing more than that. Seeing our throwback jerseys are sick every year. Everybody, that's the only nice thing every other fan base says about us is that, like, oh man, when they put those retro fits on, those are so clean. Those are so clean.
The silver pants with the black throwback jersey are just unbeatable, dude.
Mm-hmm. They that team does not look good on the field, but man, when they're wearing those jerseys, they look pretty clean. They at least look like they know what they're doing.
When they come out of the tunnel, sharp.
Yep.
Sharp.
That's the best we look all game is right when we come out of that tunnel.
And we do look good.
Yeah.
We do look good.
And we always play better. I feel like we always play better than the throwbacks.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a fact.
Because we remember who we are. We're the Dirty Birds. And we get dirty, baby.
That's what I'm saying. And I think we've had players who have embodied a little bit of that this past year. We're going to give out accolades to players on the season recap, and we'll talk about that.
However, for the logo, I don't know who their graphic design person's been for the last couple of years or whoever's working on merchandise. They've been playing around with a bunch of different logos.
Yeah.
That have been, or just, styles of font and things that have been going on shirts, hats, whatever you want to say. That looked terrible. That looked absolutely awful. I wouldn't donate that to kids in third world countries. And that's how bad it is. My point being is you gotta look good to play good, okay?
Without a doubt. I mean, look,
that's where I'm going to leave the Falcons talk at.
If Kramer doesn't want kids in third world countries looking stupid, he doesn't want his football team looking stupid. And I think the whole point is if we're going to spend what I'm imagining a marketing team would require $10 million to create a new logo that could be done in ChatGPT nowadays, it better come out looking tough because this is football.
Right.
And not super lame like the person who does the AAA baseball team stuff. Like if we get a Savannah banana looking logo, ugh.
We're a $1 billion franchise.
Can we
Act like it.
Can we let the fans vote? There's been
No.
teams that have done that. There's too many trolls. There's too many transplants, dude. They'll come swarming.
Like, oh my gosh, I mean, Saints fans, Panthers fans, Tampa Bay, they are going to select the internet's in the Wild West right now. We can't open that.
Dude, we'd have some puffy looking Falcon with like crying blue eyes that screeches. It'd be terrible, dude.
It's gonna be ugly. Let's go ahead. Let's go see what's going on. 285 around Atlanta, baby. What we got? We got a Braves update.
Yeah. So honestly, I think we talked about it last time. Coaching staff is full. Like we got it set up. We got, let's see, a couple minor league signings. Nothing like super hype. I think since we last talked, there hasn't been a ton. So now notoriously the Braves do make big plays toward New Year's Eve. So that's something that's pretty exciting. Actually, I'm looking it up right now. We did make a play to get Brendan Donovan from the Cardinals, which is great. So we got an infielder finally. We're not stacking up outfielders. It's like, all right, we need this position to be fit up here.
Yeah.
Let me go find Brendan's he slashed 287, 353, and 422 with 10 home runs in 2025. Anybody who's batting 287 can come play in the infield for the Braves anytime they like.
Let's get the hot bats, baby.
Dude, that's honestly incredible. So he plays second base, but he can play shortstop, which are two positions we'll be looking to have some help at, with Ozzie being kind of a liability and having no batting shortstop on the roster right now. They're all defensive guys, which is great. Obviously, you have to have good defensive shortstops, but we've got to have somebody who can get on base. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm trying to see who he gave up for this dude because it kind of got me nervous when I saw who it was. Looks like we gave up some farm. No, we gave up Waldrop. Who was our overall pick in 2023. And he pitched at a 2.88 ERA. Okay, so gave up some good pitching, but we need fielding. Although it's weird, man. Like it's early days. We just need a starting rotation pitcher brought in. We've got actually pretty good bullpen depth with some of the moves we've already made this year. And if Iglesias can just not give up a solo home run every time he comes in, we'll be in a really good spot. But yeah, we'll see what this does. I mean, this guy is this should be good, man. I mean, he's a 28-year-old all-star, so let's see what happens. I mean, he could be a perfect DH, to be honest with you, too. Somebody who gets on base and keeps an inning going to get us back to the start of our rotation to get Ronald Acuna back up to the plate with somebody in scoring position. I really like this move. So we'll see what happens. The Braves are looking at a couple of big guys we'll talk about. I'll get a little more coordinated for next time. So some good moves here toward the toward the beginning of the season, which is right around the corner, by the way. We're 3.5 months away from baseball.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
I mean, hopefully the Braves can have a bounce back year.
They will. Dude, last year was so fluky. On paper, that should never have happened, truthfully.
0-7 to start the season. Yeah, I mean,
not even the slow start stuff. Braves are pretty notorious for slow starts. The consistent injury list of everyone we own being hurt all the time, like not having Acuna, not having Sean Murphy, not having Ozzie Albies, not having anybody, and then when they come back, they get hurt immediately again. Spencer Strider. It's like, dude, you can't win baseball games when you have half of your starting roster is inactive the entire season. It just doesn't work that way. Especially with the money these guys get paid. Shout out to Matt Olson for being the most consistent on the field every game for like 2 years. The guy's, or 3 years. He's literally hasn't missed a game. He's just an absolute workhorse. But yeah, look, the Braves are, to me, and I know I've said this before, they're actually my favorite team to watch in Atlanta. It's them and the Falcons, 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
We should be excited about what the Braves could do. Do they have a down year? Absolutely. And that should be frustrating. Are there going to be coaching changes that could take a while to adapt? 100%. But the Braves organization has the best backing. It has the best GM, maybe besides the Hawks right now, even though AA pisses me off more than anybody right now because he's just not spending a ton of money, which obviously we want a salary dump. There's a lot to be excited about for the Braves. So we'll get heavy into that as the season comes around, and Kramer and I'll be talking about it weekly.
Yep, absolutely. It'll be, hopefully it'll be cleansing to not to have to talk about the Falcons on a weekly basis, so in depth, and we can talk about, the Hawks and Braves when those seasons come, and Atlanta United whenever that season decides to start because of the World Cup and everything going on. Okay, so speaking of Atlanta United, we got a good bit of updates here.
Oh, good.
So the draft happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you drafted. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. Obviously, you have to, but I just didn't know that was like a thing.
MLS in the MLS Super Draft, we had our team was really bad this year. We had the number 2 overall pick. We traded it to Dallas for $400,000 in general allocation money, and for this season, and then $350 in 2026 and $50 in 27, which I didn't know about the MLS draft that you can trade picks for money, which I mean, the Falcons could have been doing that all the time. And I feel like that would be kind of weird if that happened in the NFL, because then people are just going to be super contracting like a lot of players. But yeah, we moved back to the number 12 pick. With the number 12 pick, we got midfielder Enzo Dovo from the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. And then in our second pick, we got, at the 62 pick, we got Noah James. What the heck just happened? Sorry, something with the recording.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, from the University of San Diego with the number 62 pick, we got Noah James, which is huge, which is like, we get some more young talent. It's nice that we're getting some guys from some local universities and things of the such. I'm sorry, something so weird. Just, I don't know. I'm hearing something in my headphones.
You sound fine on mine.
Okay. Also, with that, we signed a new goalkeeper from Argentina. His name is Lucas Hoyos. Somebody to really replace, goalkeeper that just retired, Mr. Oh my gosh, why is his name slipping off the top of my tongue here?
I'm no help.
Yeah. But okay, man, I'm having it's early in the morning. We're recording a little earlier than usual, but anyway,
Kramer's computer's having a stroke over there. Just like,
dude, I might be. And then we also signed from a club in Mexico. He's originally from Santa Fe, Argentina. Thomas Jacob, a defender, which Lord knows we need. Our defense this year was pretty bad. Clearly, if we got the number 2 pick, I mean, that's, when one team is having good defense, aka the Falcons, there has to be another team that suffers. That's the Rich McKay way. So shout out.
I don't know why we keep letting him touch anything in this organization.
Yeah, every sports team he touches dies. But those are some of the updates with Atlanta United. It's excited to see that we're making some efforts to sign some guys from some clubs and from other places.
I just looked it up too, so I didn't know this. People who like the MLS will know this, and I appreciate telling me this. So the MLS starts February 21st. It's the first game.
Right.
So this year there's a big pause from May 25th to July 16th.
Okay. So
for the World Cup.
Right. But like, what does that even look like with the MLS then? Because if I'm an international player, I'm not playing the MLS season. I'm not risking getting injured before the World Cup.
That's the biggest piece I can see is like contractually they probably have to, but at the same time, like if they don't contractually have to,
if you're an international
we also don't
player,
like the MLS. Truthfully, does not have that many guys who are that good to go be flying. A lot of those guys are coming from the larger leagues. I mean, obviously, if we have guys from smaller countries, they're going over there to play.
Yeah,
But like the guys who are going to go play for Spain and Portugal and Brazil, like they're not on our roster.
If you're an international player, if you made that international team and you get called up, you're representing your country. The money doesn't mean anything to you. It like MLS money definitely doesn't mean anything to you. So you're like, all right, do I have a chance to go win a World Cup with my country? Yeah, I'd rather go do that. So
yeah, I love that part of soccer in general is like the loyalty to the country that you come from is really, really cool. Like I think the World Cup in general, obviously it's the only platform where that really happens to an effective level.
mm-hmm.
I got a lot of respect for the loyalty of those players.
Yeah, I mean,
name another sport where that happens. That is, we have to beg our NBA athletes to go play in the Olympics.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That is nuts. That's I mean, anyway. Oh, I mean, we didn't even mention the Hawks.
Well, the Hawks, since Trey Young is back, are 0-7. Have now slid to the bottom of the league. We have been giving up over 127 points a game. And it's officially time that we have to trade Trey Young.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I've been saying that. I've been saying that since last year. I think it's totally appropriate.
He's too big of a defensive liability for a guy who gets 39 minutes a game.
Yeah, I think at this point, I think
he's not the sole problem.
No, of course not.
We have a horrid rebounding percentage compared to teams we play. We also love turning the ball over. There is Coach Quinn's going to get a lot of hate because the lineups he's running out midway through the game are horrendous. Horrendous. I mean, they come out and like their average plus minus is like minus 20 together. And it's anytime we talked about it with Kramer, anytime like Vitt, Luke Kennard, and hopefully we never see Keaton Wallace play again. But it's horrid and it's honestly troubling, dude. The Hawks are really frustrating me, and I think we'll see. I mean, we've had 7 games with Trey and chemistry's not there defensively. Offensively, great. I think we knew that was going to be fine. But giving up, I mean, we had a game where we lost 150 to 152 to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, the player we thought we were getting with Trey Young, we got him the first, couple seasons. We had him and everything, and he was electric. Don't get me wrong, but it's, you got to know when, it's a game of blackjack. You need to know when to stop hidden. You need to know where you stand, and unfortunately, we're at the point where if we keep Trey Young on that roster, it's more of a liability. And I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm like, if we can get him, he's still young in NBA standpoint. He has skill. He would look great if he went to the Pacers or something. Like they're having a lot of trouble right now.
Trey Young, if we're smart, will be with Zachary Richichet in a trade package to the New Orleans Pelicans. Or not New Orleans Pelicans, to where is he?
Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, Dallas Mavericks.
If I know who you're thinking. Yeah.
And we'll have a true win now center, rim protection, and scoring threat with Anthony Davis.
I'm here for it. I mean, we gotta shake something up. I mean, to go 0-7 after the momentum we just built up before Christmas is ridiculous.
Yep. We have our guard. Nas can absolutely be the number 1 guard on our team. He's an absolute stud. He's playing out of his freaking mind. We need a backup guard for that position, which I think I've heard stuff like, what's his name? Kobe White. I think he plays for Chicago right now. That'd be huge to have 2 guards like that in the game. And we could probably get a package where we trade away Kennard, who's useless. It's time to make a move if we're going to be serious about the season. We're getting to the point where we're about what we're a little over a quarter of the way, almost a third of the way through the season. If we're going to be serious about this, because the East is still wide open. I mean, the East is not playing well in the middle ground. So if we're serious about trying to become a 5 or 6 seed in the playoffs, or even a 4 seed potentially, the moves have to start shaking out in the next 3 weeks. Before January's over, we'll know what team we got.
Yeah, and I think that's something historically that keeps the Hawks in this like purgatory type area is they are going back and forth so much of like, oh, what should we do? What should we do? And then they end up doing nothing, and it puts us in the same position almost every year. They don't shake anything up. They're like, oh no. I mean, it's the same thing with the Falcons. They're like, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do right now. Like, we could have a winning season, we could not have a winning season, but like, do we really want to take this risk? And they freak out, and it's just like, it's like that SpongeBob meme of where he's in his brain and all the filing cabinets are on fire, and there's like a million of them running around, like, ah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
What's his name? What's his name?
who do we take? Who do we take here? It's whatever. But yeah, man. There's no update with the Atlanta Dream. They are still chilling. Nothing new there. But that's about all I got for the sports.
That's awesome, dude. No, it's been a great week.
Yeah.
We hope everybody here has a great new year. Thanks for tuning in too. We got one more game for the Falcons, so let's get to it. Let's get it over with in the season.
Get it over with.
We'll do a recap, and then you won't hear us talk about the Falcons for a few months, which is going to be very
unless something gets shaken up.
Yeah, don't think it will that fast.
True.
Just not the way we're moving, at least. I will say this though. I'm gonna wear a different hat when it comes time for baseball season. I don't think I'm gonna get a Hawks hat until they prove they're gonna do something with Trey Young, get us some rebounding. But the hat game's going to change per season, and I'm going to get a sick Braves hat to start rocking for this pod instead of the Falcons hat. This one was very beautiful. It just didn't have a lot of luck. So
you might need to trash that hat. That hat might need to like go up on a shelf somewhere and just see some dust for a while.
It's the one that started it all. We'll keep it, but it will not see the light of day for a minute. But that's all good. Kramer, take us out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, everybody, for listening to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. We appreciate you guys. I hope you had a great holiday season. And, hey, we're going into 2026 with bushy-tailed, bright eyes, maybe. I don't know. Well, I still haven't decided yet. Personally, I have, but not when it comes to my sports teams. But, again, whether you flew here or you grew here, we appreciate you guys listening, and God bless.
Rise up. Believe, baby.
ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Peachtree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, Hawks soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.